Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Monday morning because we're now 3-0 in our last three chairman package plays on my premium page. And the good news is, if you want to see if we can win 4 straight, I have another chairman package pick going off here today. And of course, if you sign up for that membership here today, you're going to get access to that package every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. It is a full access, all-inclusive membership. And as another added bonus, if you sign up for my chairman membership, you're also going to get access to my chairman podcast each and every single day for the next 30 days, absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here with the free videos and what I do on my premium page. Well, what I do here with the free videos is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side, and total. And what I do on my premium page is, well, I actually share with you which one of these free plays I actually like the best. Guys, we're hitting at 73% in our last dozen extra daily picks. 2-0 in our last couple of NBA tier package plays. And finally, guys, once again, we are 3-0 in our last 3 chairman package picks. And the good news is, folks, I have plays going off in all of those packages here today. The site's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Celtics at the Hornets, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Boston's the 9-point favorite, totals 232.5. Now, the Celtics do have the best record in the NBA right now at 11-2. They're making more three-pointers a game than any other franchise right now besides one. Meanwhile, Charlotte, on the other side, they're letting their opponents make 40% of their three-pointers against them. That is nearly a league worst. And speaking of which, what is a league worst is the Hornets. They're allowing more fourth-quarter points than any other roster in the league right now. Of course, no real surprise, Charlotte went 80% to the over in their last 10. And in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Celtics, they've allowed over 121 points a game. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Give me Boston -9 over 232.5. All right, next contest, Nuggets-Pistons, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Denver's the 8.5-point favorite, totals 221. Now, the Nuggets should be able to get the job done here. They're playing some incredibly tough defense on the road this year. And when it comes to offensive production, not many teams shoot better than these guys. Denver has the second highest field goal percentage in the NBA. And, of course, most of that is thanks to Nikola Jokic, who makes nearly 58% of his attempts from the field. Now, the Joker also leads the NBA right now in rebounds. And speaking of boards, the Pistons on the other side, they are a bottom 5 offensive rebounding team at home, really struggling underneath the basket. And when it comes to offensive play, these guys have really had problems in the first half. The Pistons are scoring fewer second-quarter points a game than any other lineup in the NBA. Now, injury-wise, Livers, Duren, Harris, Morris, and Hayes are questionable for Detroit. When it comes to the total, the Pistons did see unders recently against the likes of the Cavaliers, Sixers, and Blazers. Meanwhile, 4 out of Denver's last 5 stayed under the line themselves. The Nuggets are officially 5-1 to the under as the road team as well. Give me the Nuggets -8.5, under 221. Next ball game, Bucks Wizards, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Milwaukee's -10, totals 244.5. And even though the Bucks have struggled covering the point spread this year, I just don't think Washington is currently good enough to cover this big number. They're 2-10 overall for the season, and they give up a ton of points at home. Now, when it comes to grabbing boards, this is arguably the worst rebounding team in the NBA. And of course, they're going to have to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo, who does grab double-digit rebounds a game, and he currently leads the organization in points. And speaking of scoring, the Bucks have really turned it on late in ball games. They're a top 3 fourth quarter scoring team. Now, injury-wise, Beauchamp and Livingston are out for Milwaukee. Johnny Davis questionable for Washington. The Wizards did go 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, the Bucks saw 7 out of their last 10 get over the total themselves. Give me the Bucks minus 10 over 244.5. All right, next ball game, Clippers, Spurs, 8 o'clock Eastern start time. The LA Clippers are minus 8 away from home, totals 230. And even though the Spurs do stink this year, it's the Clippers who've been equally as bad recently. They actually lost 6 out of their last 7 ball games, and they failed to cover in all of those except for one. And I think the big problem for the Clippers is, well, they tend to start off slow. They're actually averaging fewer points in the first 12 minutes than any other team besides one. And unfortunately for them, that seems to be the only time San Antonio ever plays any defense. The Spurs are actually in the top 10 in fewest first quarter points allowed. A lone bright spot for this Spurs organization. Now, Victor Wembanyama, he's the club leader in blocks. Bunch of steals for Wemby as well. And recently, the Spurs have covered against the likes of Minnesota and Phoenix. So they do have some successful covers here over the past handful of weeks. Now, injury-wise, Devin Vassell is questionable for the Spurs. Boston and Plumlee still out for the Clips. When it comes to the total, the Clippers did see overs recently against the likes of the Mavericks, Lakers, and Magic. Meanwhile, the Spurs are a staggering 11-2 to the over for the entire season. 7-0 to the over in their own building. Give me the Spurs plus 8 over 230. Next contest, Heat Bulls, 8 o'clock Eastern start time. Miami's minus 1.5, totals 211. Miami did get the W in 7 out of their last 8 ball games, and they really don't allow a whole lot of points defensively. They're in the top 5 in the East in fewest points allowed. Bam Adebayo leads the lineup in blocks, 8 defensive boards a game as well for Bam. And, well, they're facing a Bulls team who's really shot the basketball poorly. Chicago's a bottom 3 field goal shooting team at the moment, and it really shouldn't come as much of a shock to you that this is the second lowest point producing team in the entire NBA. Now, injury-wise, Caruso's questionable, Terry's doubtful. The Bulls saw the under cash in their last 4 straight. Miami's currently 62% to the under for the entire year. Give me the Heat minus 1.5, under 211. Next ball game, Knicks, T-Wolves, 8 o'clock Eastern start time. Minnesota's the 3-point favorite, totals 213.5. Now, the T-Wolves have been playing some really good basketball. Winners of 8 out of their last 9, undefeated at home still. When it comes to defensive play, Minnesota makes their opponents very uncomfortable. They've got a top 3 defensive field goal percentage. They're facing a Knicks team who's not known for their offensive production. New York's a bottom 5 field goal shooting team themselves. And as tough as they've been on defense, they actually do give up the majority of their points in the second quarter. Now, injury-wise, Fournier and Grimes are both questionable for New York. 5 out of the Knicks' last 8 road games did stay under the total. They're also 62% to the under for the entire year. Give me Minnesota minus 3, under 213.5. Next contest, Kings, Pelicans, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. New Orleans is the slight 1-point favorite, totals 237. And even though the Pels are slightly favored, it's the Red Hot Kings who got the W in their last 6 straight. They're now averaging 117 points a game for the year. Nice little 6-game winning streak for them. And of course, a lot of that is thanks to the long ball. Sacramento's in the top 3 in the West in 3-pointers made per game. And aside from ranking second in the NBA in rebounds, Domantas Sabonis is also drilling nearly 43% of his 3-pointers himself. Now they're taking on a struggling Pelicans team who lost 6 out of their last 8, and they rebound quite poorly at home. This actually might be the worst home rebounding team in the NBA. And no real surprise here. The Pelicans are allowing 60 second half points per contest. Definitely having problems defensively late in games. Now, injury-wise, McCollum's still out. Alvarado and Ryan are questionable. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, Herter and Lyles inactive for them. 4 out of the Kings' last 7 contests did get over the total. New Orleans went 5-2 to the over in their last 7 themselves. Give me the Kings +1 over 237. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. Rockets-Warriors, 10 o'clock East. Golden State's -7.5. Totals 221 and a hook. And as bad as the Warriors have been at home, I do think they get the job done here. Houston's had problems offensively on the road, and because of that, the Rockets have yet to record a W away from home. And listen, anytime you have Steph Curry in your starting lineup, you definitely have a good chance of winning a basketball game. He's averaging over 30 points a night. He's drilling 44% of his three-pointers. And when it comes to grabbing boards, the Warriors are a top 5 offensive rebounding team, so really cleaning things up even when they miss in the paint. Now, Gary Payton's out for the Warriors. Tari Eason out for Houston. The Rockets saw unders in their last 4 straight, 70% to the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, Golden State saw unders recently against the likes of Minnesota, Denver, and Sacramento. Give me Golden State -7.5, under 221 and a hook. And with that, folks, we are going to jump into our quick pick recap. Give me the Celtics -9 over 232.5. Denver Nuggets -8.5 under 221. Milwaukee Bucks -10 over 244.5. I'm 3-0. My last 3 chairman package picks on my premium page. And the good news is I have another one going off here today. The link is in my bio. San Antonio +8 over 230. Miami Heat -1.5 under 211. Timberwolves -3 under 213.5. Sacramento Kings +1 over 237. With my next and final free pick, give me the Warriors -7.5 under 221 and a hook. And with that, folks, that is going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And just a friendly reminder, guys, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, guys, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that chairman membership, it's a full access, all-inclusive package. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page at patreon.com/BrockPage.